All right. We're going to the guy who this conversation does not happen without my buddy Mark Holden, who introduced me to Riley and said, "Oh my God, you got to meet her. She's amazing." So Mark Holden in Chicago, you're up.
Scott, thank you. Riley, every time I hear you talk, I want to run through brick walls. Like I just want to tackle the world. Uh, just real fast on your book, which is phenomenal, by the way. Um, I have a question for you. So it sounds like you might have had some supply chain issues and getting this thing printed and sent out. I pretty much convinced everybody in my office to order a copy. And I just, give me some timelines. What does it look like to produce this for the world?
Yeah, that's a great question and something, it's uncharted waters for me. And I'm sure like any of you who has written books or anything, I decided to go with a publisher. So I went with a publishing company. They're an all women Christian based organization. That doesn't mean everything that they do is like that, but it was near and dear to my heart to work with an all women team. They signed me in November of 2023. So it's been almost a year and a half. And it was supposed to come out in August, but I was deployed from May to November, which is something that I chose to do. So we pushed it back. We pushed it back to March 4th. They came back and they're like, hey, with all these tariffs and all this kind of stuff going on, we normally outsource and have books printed outside of the United States, but now we're going to go inward. So for me, I was fired up. I was like, yeah, made in America, like, woo. Didn't realize that comes with slowing down, more expensive, harder to get places and things. So again, control the controllables, right? And that's something that's really difficult. It was March 4th. They said, we're going to push it back 3 weeks. I'm like, okay. Mind you, people such as yourself, Mark, were supporting me since December when I launched my pre-launch. And now it came out, but then people didn't get them until 10 days later. So people are just now starting to get their books. And then on Amazon, it says temporarily unavailable, out of stock. Essentially what happened was my publisher and I did a lot of podcast research. Only 3 to 5% of authors sell more than 200 copies, I found out. I have exceeded that number. So essentially my publicist bet against me, I guess, and didn't order enough because I didn't think I was going to sell enough, which is wild. I would have told them differently, but I'm a first-time author, so I get it. So essentially more books are coming. Even though it's sold out, temporarily unavailable on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, it's available, and on their publishing company, they said that they're going out within 10 to 14 days. So they have ordered more. They are coming in. But what I prefer now is I went ahead and I ordered 100 just for me that I can sign. So if anyone on this call wants a personal signed copy, what I'm doing is I had to buy them all from them, but then I'm basically like reselling them out, signing and writing personal messages because I think that's more important and more fun anyway. So sorry, Mark, I know you didn't get that, but anyone else going forward that wants to do it. And then again, wrapping this up to what we talked about, and Mark, thank you for leading me into this. There are some things that are just absolutely out of your control when you enter new places. And there are things that you absolutely cannot pinpoint and do everything that you want. You have to remain flexible. You can't let that stress, that's unnecessary stress. That stress that you absolutely can't control and can creep in and take away from the things that you do. Be honest, keep your men informed. That's something we say in the military. And number 2, continue to stay positive. It sounds so much simpler than not, but I was getting stressed a little bit from people being like, where's my book? And again, keep them informed, be honest with them, and 2, say, have a positive approach. I promise it's coming. Here's something that I can do, customer service, all the stuff. So yeah, if anyone has dealt with that and has any fun feedback that they could give me, I'm open ears, but this is a new uncharted territory and I'm still learning right now.